We wish you a very happy new year with a lot of wonderful experiences, a lot of growth, a lot of evolution. And we also wanted to take this opportunity to thank you, this community. It is so wonderful to share this space with all of us and have this communication with you as well through the comment section. We see your journey, we see your evolution, we can support one another, and it's really beautiful and loving to be among us.
I hope you're reading comments below our videos, because there are sometimes people sharing amazing stories of their transformations, and you can believe in yourself more, because if they can do this, you can do it too. You can change yourself, transform your life. You can become somebody completely else. This is what we are working on in this channel, and this is what you want to become as well. Your new you, your future you, which is more evolved. And we all are basically going to our evolved versions. We are attracted by those versions, and they are already existing somewhere, and we are getting the directions in this, basically this present, and we are going in the future, it's funny that they are already existing, but we don't know what is there for us, and we just are having this willingness to evolve. We are willing to open our heart and let it lead us, because it's for the highest good of all. And I think it's a beautiful journey. I would also never expect to be on this journey this way and think these thoughts which I'm thinking lately. And 10 years ago I could think like, I have to go to work, I have to get some nice clothes on, and there was something in the background. I was meditating and I was doing these kind of self-development work and improvement work, but I've never thought that it can have such dimension. It can be such mystical and connected to this something more than
just
3D.
the plain old 3D things. That's also how I got into this personal development, just the 3D steps and how to motivate yourself and so on. And it's great, it's very helpful in this 3D world. But through the Dr. Joe's work and also the last 10-day retreat that we were able to do with him, we really got to see how much deeper everything is, what reality truly is, things that we don't even see, but they exist and we can experience it. It's so wonderful. It's very awe-inspiring.
I thought that in the past, I was reminded by my parents that I have to lose weight, always lose weight, lose weight. I was an athlete, so I had to be the fastest, I had to be the fittest. And now I'm realizing that it's not about these things. Not that I lately realize it, but I see more and more that it's about our evolution. And you can't be ever prouder on yourself if you had last year or last day or last week or whatever in the past happened to you and you overcame yourself. This is like the most satisfying feeling you can give to yourself.
That's so true. It is really something so fulfilling, because it's a reason why it feels so wholesome. It's because that's exactly why we came here. We were born, reincarnated into this new body, this new environment, this new experience, and we came here to learn certain lessons. And we are faced with challenges and we are faced with difficult situations, and when we can evolve to overcome them, we become greater than when we got here. And I think at the end of every year it's a question, did we evolve in some way? And it's also a good time to reflect and okay, maybe I want to be a little bit more clear about what I want to do, who I want to become, so I can also have at the end of next year, I can keep a bookkeeping, I have a score or something very specific that I know, okay, I did overcome this challenge or I did evolve in some way, and you can actually point your finger on it. And this can also give you this feeling of wholeness, wow, okay, I made another great stride.
Yeah, and the best thing, because you overcome yourself, the best gift for yourself is this, because nobody could ever take it away from you. Not even time, not even your body. When you get older, you will still have this. You can get fitter and then the body gets a bit older, or this is a program for now, so who knows what we are going to create in the future, but for now. Or, you know, you can have a beautiful relationship and then the partner is not there anymore, or they go somewhere else or whatever. But when you overcome you, and when you evolve in some way, or when we evolve in some way, it's just forever.
Mm-hmm.
You just give it to yourself. Your soul is so happy and shining.
And because of that, the next incarnation will be different, will be at a different level. That's how we evolve. And I think it's so important, that's something that I learned, that we work with our bodies. Because through meditations and through being in the space and being in the fifth dimension, working with that a lot, I thought, well, the body is just, it's just ballast. It's just nonsense. It's just a vehicle. We don't really use it, or we don't really need it. We can just go there in 5D and we can create everything from there. But it's so important that we work with the body, that we appreciate it, that we nourish it, that we care for it. Because I am very much into these books about alchemists and initiates, these very evolved people, and they're always looking that they eat really well, they care for their bodies really well, they have very good supplementation with herbs and different potions that keep them younger, keep them healthier, and they really fully care for their bodies, and it's important to them.
But it took a lot of lifetimes for them to get into the point where they refined their tool, basically their energy. So don't worry, you know, we are starting somewhere.
Yeah.
We don't have to be perfect, and that's also amazing, to evolve in this perception of ourselves that we don't have to be perfect according to what our mind says to us, because whatever our mind says to us is not ours. It's always somebody else's projection into ourselves, into our mind. It's what we inherited from other people, and it's just not yours. You can just let it go.
Yeah, I was just with small kids over the Christmas time, and it's so interesting to see how pure and empty vessels they are. Everything is new to them. I really believe that they definitely had previous incarnations, but they come here with a blank slate, and the brain is like a blank piece of paper. And
the mind is clear.
Yes, the mind. And through growing up, it's you're being taught this, and they're still asking, and why, and why, and why is it like this, and why is it like that? And we keep answering. We always have a reason for it, and you can really see how they're writing their software, how they're installing a program, and it's whoever's programs those kids are around. It's what we give to them. And it's so interesting. And for me, something that I really want to let go of, or that I'm not interested anymore, is other people's beliefs or opinions. Because
they can be very strong, very powerful, and they can overpower your beliefs.
That somebody has a certain experience in their life, and then they say, I had a bad experience with investing, therefore all the people in the world will have a bad experience with investing. And if you tell that person something about your interest, they will tell you their belief, their program, their experience, and that for them is the truth. They have decided that this is the truth, and they want to give you their truth. And I'm just not willing to accept this anymore. It's all limitations. It's somebody else's belief. And if somebody has a big influence on you, then it's very important to just take a step back and say, no, this is, I'm not willing to take this. I don't even want to talk about this with you.
I have to say that last year was a year where I a little bit more reconnected to my body, because I had extreme cough for several months after COVID, and then I had very serious problems with my stomach and so on. And it was time when I had to really... I did one meditation where I just basically decided in one moment that I am no longer going to feel desperate in moments where I have to deal with my stomach problems, and I tried everything for so many years and it didn't work, and all of a sudden I stopped feeling desperate about the same situation, and that situation calmed down. It's like you don't put gasoline in that fire anymore. It still exists. Your condition in the body can still exist until it totally vanishes away. But if you don't have the energy about it, emotion about it, basically the emotional payoff, which creates proteins and chemicals in your body, which are keeping you in that reality, as it happened to me, then it just happened, you know. I just decided I'm no longer going to be desperate. I let it go.
This feeling of desperation and helplessness, right?
But you have to go on the edge. You have to be on a cliff. You are, and I was forced by my body, by my environment, to just get totally to the edge. And then I'm like, hey, I'm going to just not do this anymore because it's harming my... What can I change? If you are in a very desperate situation, there has to be something what you can change about it. And it's usually starting with your perception of it, or with your reaction on it, an emotional reaction on it. And if you change that, and if you no longer want to react the same way, you get sad around your mother, or you get triggered and angry around your father, or whatever, you just decide to not do that anymore and work on that little tiny thing, because the huge evolution and huge transformation is about the little things. It's never about the big things and unicorns and rainbows and mystics from Pleiadians or whatever Pleiadians come to you and visit you and whisper in your ear. It's not about that. It's about the little things, and you are the most proud about,
Our attitude towards things and situations, right?
Yeah, attitude and also emotional charge beyond. You're moving this vehicle, this beautiful creation which we call body, which is totally limited name for it, but okay, let's call it the body. But we know that we are not the body, we are the trees, because we are connected to the grass, to the air, to the water, to everything around us, to the bird out there. We are connected, because without the bird, without the bees, without the bugs, there wouldn't be our body.
I also don't think that animals and insects think that their body ends where their skin is or their fur is.
That's why they come to you and sit on you like nothing's happening, because the insect or the fly thinks that. She doesn't think, of course, and they are connected.
Can I touch that being's body?
Is it okay to touch you? No, it just sits on and does her thing, you know, the fly.
Yeah. We were discussing before this video, we were looking back on our 2025 and who we want to be in 2026. And I couldn't really say what was really happening in my life, what really changed, in what ways I really evolved. And Petra opened my eyes with something quite harsh. She said that I communicate very often, very lethargically, very like low energy. No, it's like this. And I do this very often about all kinds of things. Also when I talk about my project or our project and where we want to go and with the abundance. And this is never the energy that will create it. This is not the energy of abundance. And she really opened my eyes by being more clear, like have more passion and intention behind it, and just decide, well, this is how it's going to be. I have this project, that's how it's going to go, that's what I will do, and that's it. And not constantly, what I do. To be honest with you, like, yeah, but is it gonna work? Will we do this?
We can give example. For example, since we are together and it's going to be 7 years together, I asked Raphael, would you like something to drink? Or would you like this piece of cake or something? And I didn't get clear answer. I got always, I'm good. And I'm like, so... And then in a half an hour or 20 minutes he came, or where is it? I want it, and stuff like that. Or I said, okay, next time you communicate clearly. You say, I'm full in this moment, put it in a fridge for me, or leave it aside. I might have it in 20, 30 minutes. And if not, we can put it somewhere in a freezer or something. This is very clear for me, and you can make it also easy for you, people around you, if you live with somebody, to have like clear information for them, so they can work with that, so they are not guessing. It's not.
But I think that's also for the manifestation, and it's like a communication through the to the universe as well. The universe knows exactly where you're going, what your intentions are, and you're not negotiating. Oh, will it work? Will it not work? Can you please make this happen? No, you just know you're going to go there anyways, and the universe will also orchestrate your life in a way that you will get there. And it's just the normal effect of your attitude, and this is something that I really need to learn. And I first didn't plan on sharing this, but I think it could be very helpful for some people. It could be very relevant that we are aware of how we carry ourselves, how we communicate, how clear we are with where we want to go. We can really... Look, what do we have to lose? Nothing. If we just say, this is my goal, I want to make this much money every month, then let's just communicate like this is where I'm going, and it's not a non-negotiable. Just do it.
You don't sit and say, I want to be abundant. 10,000 or 100,000 a month. It would be nice. No, I am abundant. I'm creating this amount of money. I'm clear. My energy is higher, and I'm doing it. Not like, oh yeah, and I'll scroll through X. This is what was happening in our home sometimes.
Yes.
Right.
And that's like the manifestation process. Having this attitude, that's living it in the third dimension. Like doing the meditation, tuning into abundance, and then actually being it. Because we were meeting a couple in Cancun. We met them already 2 years ago. She owns 3 restaurants, and she really has this very inspiring energy of clarity.
She has to decide. She has to organize and delegate, and she has to be super clear. And if she's not, people don't know what to do.
And she has that in all aspects of life then. Not just about the business, but in all. And that's also what creates the abundance for her, and that's what we can learn from this.
She, for example, said, I'm not having children. Because I don't want to have a childhood for them like my parents gave to me. And that was done for her. I think that it's going to be a little bit different, because her story could be blown somewhere where the universe needs to put her, but because she would be an amazing mother. But it's also a respectable decision, and and that's the way it is. If you are clear, universe has no work with you. So if you want to be abundant, I want to be abundant, or I want to be abundant, sounds totally different. So whatever relationships, whatever health problem you have, oh, I want to be healthy. I have some people around me like this. They want to be healthy. I am so desperate about my health, but they don't do anything really. If I want to be healthy, I know that I have to stop eating certain way and start eating certain other way. For example, more protein or more vegetables, and you know how it's done in 3D and your culture and wherever you're watching from. So this is exactly the thing, that people create abundance or anything in their life, but the energy, the entering energy, the person who is going to write down the affirmations or write down the plan for abundance or the goal on a piece of paper, is actually not from the energy of clarity. So and it's done. You can meditate until you're white or blue, and it's never going to happen, because if you're not clear, universe is not going to give it to you. That happens to us. We are totally confident about it because we have experienced it the hard way. And now we are giving it to you so you can have it a bit easier.
Yeah, and it's something that I definitely need and want to practice in this year.
Yeah, and I really, as every year, almost every year, I would love to be, I would love to be more quiet, you know. But today, this year, I'm going to see what is the emotional payoff for me speaking, you know. So I'm going to investigate. I'm going to observe her, you know. I'm going to observe Petra interacting with everybody, so I'll know what's her deal, why she has to comment certain ways, and what's the emotional payoff. So
that's something really funny when we are rewatching these videos before we upload them. Petra always talks about her. She doesn't talk about me. She doesn't say, "Wait, what did I say?" She always says, "What did she say?" It's like she doesn't. It's somebody else for her.
it's, yeah, maybe, I don't know, I just started to do it like
It's
naturally,
like something very natural. Yeah.
because I don't have to, if I would watch me on a video, I would have much more judgment, and I would have much more uncompromising, like this attitude, and being critical. And if I watch her, I am not that critical to her.
Then you're like a viewer of our channel.
Yeah, maybe.
And sometimes you say, "I want to know what she said."
Yeah,
play it once more.
really?
Yeah.
But sometimes also for women, or for men, if you look into the mirror and you see you don't have muscles as big, or you don't have chest as huge, or your hair is getting gray, or whatever, wrinkles, or whatever you look like, nobody sees the detail on your face. I promise you, nobody sees that, but you see it. You can just say, "Oh, let's look at her," or "Let's look at him into the mirror," and you can observe yourself looking at yourself from a third, like from the perspective of observer, and you can be much more, you can give yourself much more grace. So
Yeah, good point. Then I would also like to share a little story of Petra and me, because I was going to see my family for...
It's not a little story, it's actually crazy story at the end, very, very end of the year. So
yeah. I was going to see my family for Christmas. Petra was staying with her family, and we were first planning that she would come as well, but later it was really not making that much sense anymore to travel that long. But on my way back on the 31st of December...
Raphael booked train ticket, which takes usually like 11 or 12 hours in the train for him to get home. And he booked it for 31st of December. And I was calling to him and I said, "Hey, this is different, strange date for me, and people will be a little bit crazy, but it doesn't matter. The trains might be full, but I have a feeling, I have a weird feeling. Don't you want to rebook it?" But he didn't want to rebook it because he was having a plan and everything, so he didn't want to rebook it. So he didn't rebook it. So he was traveling on Sylvester, basically 31st of December, and something happened.
The train on the train track where we were supposed to go before us was derailed. It was an accident. The train was having no people on. It was just the transportation of some dangerous gases, and they were blocking that area of the train tracks where we were supposed to go through. Then they said, "Okay, we can go, but we have to go around, so it will take 2 hours more." And I already took quite a late train, so I was supposed to arrive at 9:30 p.m. The delay was so long that there was no connection anymore that I could go to her. So I went to the staff
information
train and said, "Okay, he can give me a voucher for a hotel so I can sleep somewhere, and a voucher for a taxi so I can get to the hotel and back to the train station. I can continue traveling tomorrow." And said, "Okay, let's do that." And I was talking to Petra, like talking about different options, and
one option was that we will spend the New Year's Eve, or whatever you call it, the 31st of December separately, and we will not see each other, but we'll see each other in 2026.
And I was looking at hotels in Vienna, and it was Sylvester. All the hotels were booked, and those which were available were having an average price of 300-400 euros
a night.
a night. And
500 euros.
one was even 50,000. I don't know
Yeah.
why. And
Crazy. For one night, yeah.
and
That's okay.
in Europe, we have this very generous protection for the passengers that if there will be a delay, they get a refund, or if you can't travel the same day anymore, that they pay up to 100 euros for a night for a hotel and up to 65 euros for taxi transportation. So we were looking at other options, and Petra said, hey, how about you go to the Czech side? There was one last train which was just bringing me across the border, and there were the hotels for like 80 euros a night.
So the long story short, we met in a hotel. I decided to go towards
You
Raphael
traveled to me for 2.5 hours.
for 3 hours. And because the connection train, and I had to travel to the train by car, but it doesn't matter. And we met in this beautiful place close to Lednice. It's very, very beautiful castle there.
It's called
Lednice.
Bee's Nest or something.
Yeah, and the hotel
Beehive.
was called Bee's Hive, or the house of the bees. And it's beautiful because it's a beautiful symbol for the new year, to be inspired by bees, to smell the honey and to smell the the candles made out of beeswax. So it was a very quick trip, but we were together.
It was amazing. We were meeting at 9:30, so we were able to celebrate New Year's together, and it went all so smooth and so calm, and the next day we took it easy as well.
But as a woman, I was a little bit afraid because it's New Year's, people are drunk, and around in Europe it works like this, that around train stations are very strange people, very dangerous people. But I was very lucky. There were like several men in a train and in front of the train stations and so on, called night guard, just watching the area, making people feel safe. So I had these guards around me, like 4 men dressed up like in black with these vests. And they said, hey, come here, we'll watch you. And he was taking me to the safe space where I was sitting. It's like a waiting room. And he said to one lady, you are going to protect this lady whole time until she gets to her partner. So it felt really beautiful.
The next morning we had amazing breakfast buffet, and then we took it easy the next day. We went to look at the village a little bit.
We can also share some... we went to look at the chateau, or it's called like castle, because people go there, people don't know it really, and the lady said that if we know Versailles, in France, that it's a smaller version of it, but it's so beautiful that it's so worthy to go there, because it's not so packed and crowded there. It's very much beautiful also in the winter. There were still some people having tours, like from Germany, and they
Austria probably.
And what was amazing for me to see that, especially people from Lednice Chateau, they were into sacred geometry, because the garden, they were really designing even the geometric pattern into their gardens. They are planting in the summer the flowers in a way that it looks like kaleidoscope. It's so
very coherent.
It's so beautiful. You feel, and they are also cutting the trees and all these bushes into geometric pattern, which is absolutely impressive how somebody could cut it this way. So even in the winter we could see it a little bit covered under the snow though. But and also they have a huge greenhouse filled with exotic plants, which the people who constructed the chateau and brought there, it was very valuable. So we couldn't access that, but we could see those beautiful plants from outside a little bit. So yeah, we recommend that a lot. And you can also, when you go to see some castle or chateau, you can also see how much the people were into geometry, into sacred geometry. They knew something. What we don't know anymore, we forget.
It's not really how we build buildings anymore.
Yeah, yeah. And they built everything in the past, and I am fascinated by this since I was like on this planet, that in the past, in especially we call it in here in my country First Republic, it's around 1920s and so on, people used to build homes according to sun orientation, you know. They had certain places for where they stored food, where they were chilling, like a living room, where they slept, and where they went to the bathroom. It was very important because it was never interacting. These energies were never mingling. People were usually beautifully dressed during that time, and it was very elegant time. And also the houses have huge windows, and they are beautifully decorated. Also, if you go and you look at the ceiling or on the rails, or what you hold on to when you go up the stairs.
Yeah, the rails.
They are having patterns, beautiful flowery patterns. You can see it all around Vienna, all around Prague as well. Europe. You feel like in a different, beautiful, nostalgic place. So beautiful. So that was a window.
Yeah, no, it was a really amazing creation that we could meet somewhere else and then spend the night together. How that all worked out, it was just perfect.
I was wishing to be with him, with Raphael, and have some alone time together after we didn't see each other so long, and you know, spend some quality time together. We are still super happy that we did this separate Christmas, because then we can enrich our lives and we can process our things, and it's very beneficial. And I could relax, and he could reconnect with little children and stuff like that.
And it's like this, when we decided to spend Christmas separately, that it could be in one sense, oh my gosh, we're a couple, we're not getting to be together during this beautiful time. But we just decided, okay, if we will do it separately, then we're gonna have a good time, and then later when we meet, we will have our special rituals and times. And we didn't make a big deal about it. But if we stayed together, we would then make it some very big ritual, like, wow, we have Christmas together, okay, let's dress funny, let's decorate our room. Then we would make it something special.
And we can do little cookies or something, but
you put it up here.
Yeah,
I bought it. It's a princess.
I bought it.
You just bought it?
It's an angel / queen / princess / fairy, all in one. That's every woman.
I thought it's a nutcracker.
Every woman is everything in one package.
It's a fairy and the princess.
And queen.
Okay.
An angel. Everything.
All right. You just got it.
I just got it.
You didn't show me.
She was waiting until you discover her. You know. So I think it's about togetherness, to be together with people, to process it your way. It's getting really dark, so it's really cool to be like with yourself, to relax more, to not sweat too much about things, because we anyways worked a lot before Christmas, you know, because we had to make it all done. But you take it easy. It's winter. It's supposed to be like the kidney time for the Chinese medicine as well, so the kidneys have to replenish, regenerate. Kidney, it means like the life energy needs to regenerate. Our life energy has to be nourished, because kidneys are connected to the qi, to the life energy in Chinese medicine. And I think it's very important to drink tea, which is supporting the kidneys, for example, and also throughout the January, maybe also February, I don't know. It's up to your feeling, area where you live, the weather outside. Yeah.
We feel that it's first is not always the best time to start with new resolutions and new habits. And from first I'll go to the gym 5 times a week. It's not really the best time. That time starts in the beginning of spring, like 1st of March. something around there where everything just starts to bloom. You can look outside in the nature and you see that the trees, they're all closed, like they have the little cnosps or some, I don't know what it's called, and they're not ready to open. They're still closed. And
buds.
the buds, yeah. And that's the time now. That's we are part of nature.
Yeah.
A lot of animals are in a winter sleep now, and we can also take it a little bit easier. It's very good, this switch into the new year's for us humans, always something spiritual, because we really get to reflect and see who do we want to be in this year, how do we want to evolve, how do we want to do better. But the start of really big new projects, I think that's very good in spring.
But you can still use the energy of the craziness of the people, you know, because you always can, you can feel that after 25th or 24th in Europe in the evening, 24th December, everything just goes to total relaxation in the stores, or not in the stores though, because there is Sylvester coming, but you know what I mean. It gets a little looser. Everybody's chillax and
presents are all done.
Yes, yes. Food is ready for 5 days in a row. So use that energy. If everybody's creating, we are collective, we are connected, and you can use that as well for yourself. If you want to go within, you can connect to that peace finally. And it's hard to go against this huge mass of energy, mass of people. And now everything is calmer, and enjoy that calmness and peace, because it is for you, it's yours. You know, we don't have to prove anything to anybody, especially if you don't do Christmas decorations too much, and if you don't have to overdo it with presents and so on. Yeah.
If you feel like sharing your review of 25, or what you want to change in 26, who you want to become, please share it in the comments. We would love to hear from you, and other people can also inspire from you.
But for me, it's always every day. You choose yourself every day. And you, in the beginning of a day or at the end of the day, if you forgot and you slipped, and you just decide who you want to be that day. What do you want to overcome about yourself? I'll be more quiet. And if I don't make it one day, maybe the next day I can get better, you know?
We can have like a long-term goal, but then also daily something that we want to work on.
And it's more palpable. You can already see the result immediately. Oh, I was good today. I was better.
I didn't
react. Or I reacted the way I want to react. I said no. No is a big thing too. I said no. How come I said no? Because behind that is a lot of emotions about the no. My mother had today a problem about it, because somebody called her, they want to collect some money, you know, and they come, they are not even dressed like 3 kings, but they want money, and she can say no. So she gave less what she was planning to give, because they don't even have dresses or anything. Just came 3 kids with a little adult, and you know, and she was still like, oh, they were not even dressed, and they were like, you know, taking it super easy. No, they didn't even sing, you know. So that's a thing. We have to say no. And when we say no to others, we have to be in peace with the no, because we give to ourselves, we give the peace to ourselves. And if you say no, you're saying yes to you. It's also for me. I'm saying it for me, for this video. So share with us what you're working on, what you are enjoying, improving about yourself. Because it's your path in this planet. It's your way how to live. So enjoy it and share with us. We are super curious.
Don't ever forget that you're unlimited. And if you would like to share some more time with us, we also have this video here for you next.